Ciao! Welcome back to my channel, Dan Who Reviews. Now this time I'm going to give you my top 6 Marvel Legends to 2016, but only the movie version figures. So that's everything from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. If you're anything like me, then you love the MCU, so this list was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. But please watch, I sort of explain my reasons along the way, and if you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments below. Let's get to it! Now let's get straight into it, starting with number 6, my personal favourite MCU character, Mr. Tony Stark himself, Iron Man. Now this is the Mark 46 armour seen in the Civil War film, obviously. You got these 2 interchangeable hands with these little holes in, so you could put these blue blaster effects in to make it look like his repulsor things. And I really like this figure posing it around, to be honest. Compared to the old ones as well, it's a much bulkier, thicker mould, and that's the Mark 42 and 43 respectively. And you can see it's a bigger body, and if you compare it next to the Tony Stark, excuse me while I remove his eye thing that I robbed that from Dirk Anger. Anyway, compared to the figure, it looks like you could fit a Tony Stark body in that armour. It looks more like a human can be in it. I think it's the best Iron Man figure we have so far from Marvel Legends, to be honest. The red's a nice dark chrome as well. Obviously, if you've got the interchangeable parts that come with a free pack with Spider-Man and Captain America, you can use them on this figure, and it just looks really good, really fun to pose it around. As you can see, the blaster effects. All in all, good figure. Now let's get into the top 5. As I said, this wasn't easy, but at number 5 is Colonel James Rhodes, aka War Machine. Now this is easily the best War Machine we've ever got in Marvel Legends form. Nice new thick body. Compared to that old one, flick it away, it's terrible. This one comes with lots of interchangeable parts. You can put his trademark gun on the back of him. You've also got this brand new hand hammer electrical thing. If you know what it's called, please let me know in the comments, because I have no idea, but it looks so cool in the film. He never got to use it much. I think Captain America broke it quite quickly, but it looks cool. I use these interchangeable parts that come in the free pack for War Machine, and then the blue ones on Iron Man, and they look really cool posed together on like a flight stand. Really like this figure, and yes, you can use the James Rhodes head on top of it. Now at number 4, you can probably already tell by the blurred picture, it doesn't really hide it, does it? It is Falcon, Mr. Sam Wilson himself. Now ever since I've seen Marvel's Captain America the Winter Soldier, I wanted a Falcon figure, and I was so happy when they actually announced him at New York Toy Fair last year, and we got him. Can't believe they gave the wings. I think most of it's a new sculpt as well. The wings are much bigger than I thought we'd get. Really nicely detailed sculpt as well. They did a decent paint job. Tiny bit disappointed that we didn't get an unmasked head. He's constantly wearing his goggles, which is a little bit disappointing. I really like Anthony Mackie who plays him, so it would have been good to get an unmasked head. But if you do turn him around, you do get his backpack, as you can see here, and attached to it is his red ring drone. In the comics, it's an actual Falcon, Red Falcon, but in obviously the MCU, it's a drone, as you can see here. He hits Iron Man in the head. Good shot. Ow. But yeah, as I was saying, you can pose this guy around. He got gun shooting hands, but we didn't get no guns with him, so I found these weapons in my odds box. These are a little bit out of scale, to be honest, but as you can see, if you find the right weapons, you can pose this guy really well. He can be flying above your Avengers. One of my favourite figures, to be fair. Now this is where it starts getting difficult, people, but at number 3 is Miss Wanda Maximoff, aka the Scarlet Witch. Now I think she's so high on the list because she is another female MCU figure, and I don't think we get enough. Obviously we got Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and we got Kobe Smulders as Maria Hill, and now we have Elizabeth Olsen as the Scarlet Witch. I think I would have preferred her outfit from the Age of Ultron film, but considering we haven't got a Quicksilver, it doesn't matter. Now here are red effects. I did try to find a clip to see how she uses them in the film, but that was the best I could find. I prefer just to take them off because they just look like fire to me, and then just pose her in like a mystical stance. But yeah, I do like the figure. The face sculpt's good as well, considering it's Marvel Legends, and usually we get a bit of derpy eye, but really good outfit, really good paint job as well on the figure. Really happy we got another female MCU character. Now, I think this is where the shock is for most people, but at number 2 is King T'Challa himself, Black Panther. Now, I thought this would be my number 1 for so long, but when I actually sat down and put all the figures together, there was just not enough right for it. Look at those. His arms just cannot be relaxed. He's constantly got his hands sticking out. He's such a dynamic character. Look at that fighting in the film. He needs to be able to pose in a much more dynamic way. I wish we had some interchangeable hands, maybe like a punching hand or something. The sculpt is great. I'm making it sound bad, but I do really like this figure. The sculpt is very movie accurate. I do really like it. I'm just trying to convince you why it's not my number one, because I know a lot of people are going to be moaning. But does he look like Chadwick Boseman? A little bit. Maybe if he had a goatee, he would look more like Chadwick Boseman than just a generic black guy. But I still really like the figure. I'm glad we got an unmasked head as well, as you can see. Big fan of the character, but not my number one. Now, I genuinely think this is going to shock a lot of people, but my number one MCU figure is Doctor Strange himself, aka Stephen Strange. Dr. Stephen Strange. Look, let's be honest, when I pulled out all my figures to make this list, I did not think Doctor Strange would be at number one. But when I actually started to order him, he is the most accurate movie figure. Look at the cloak of levitation, you can take that off and he still looks good. He's even got the Eye of Agamotto on him as well, and that is one of the Infinity Stones as well. So we get an Infinity Stone with this figure. That's pretty good, and he looks great without them, and he looks even better with them on. And they ain't the only accessories you get as well. You get another pair of interchangeable hands, and all of the hands have these little scar details on them, because obviously of his accident in the film he can't use his hands properly, and I think that was just such a good touch. And it's just a really movie accurate figure, and you get all these little bit of extras that just elevate it to the next level, because we don't get enough accessories when it comes to movie characters. We get this shield. I think this meant a representation of a mystic spell, shield spell, or maybe he's using his sling ring to go through different dimensions. Who knows? But it still looks good nevertheless. Really like this figure, and look at the face as well. It genuinely looks like Benedict Cumberbatch, and we can't say that for all of the unmasked head, but this one genuinely does look like Benedict Cumberbatch. So congratulations, you win a pizza. That's what you get for being number one. You enjoy that pizza, Doctor. You enjoy that pizza. But yeah, that's it. Doctor Strange is my number one MCU figure of 2016, and I genuinely think those reasons justify it. He may not be my favourite character in the MCU, because he's not. I do really like him, don't get me wrong, and I think he's going to play a very important role in the new Avengers going forward, and Infinity Wars definitely. But he is the best character, so congratulations, Stephen. You're number one. So there we have it, people. That is my top 6 MCU Marvel Legends figures of 2016. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. Please let me know what your top 6s are. Comment your number one figure of 2016. I'm really interested to know what everyone else in the community thinks. As of right now, this is my top 6. I may change my mind tomorrow, and I may change it again the day after that. But I love all these figures. I can't wait to see them in Infinity War and all the MCU films moving forward. There's only one more thing left to do. Let's ask Black Panther what he thought about not making it to number one in my list.
I don't care.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Anyway, I've been Dan W. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe and like and comment. All of that good stuff. I will be posting more videos. I'm going to do some Marvel Legend hunting as well. So please subscribe for a lot more content coming in the future. My name has been Dan W. And until next time.